The arena reeked of blood. The surrounding spectators cheered excitedly. On the high circular platform, two figures were battling a giant beast.
Noah, save me.
Covered in wounds, I looked towards Ethan. A familiar scene made my head throb with pain. Hadn't I already passed away? A flood of memories surged into my mind. Ethan and I were mutant beastmen in the arena. Our daily job was to fight fierce beasts for the amusement and humiliation of others.
Ethan.
Later, I was adopted by the world's most powerful sect and taken away. Ethan was only taken by the beast tribe. Years later, I ascended to the supreme position within the sect, hoping to reunite with Ethan. Just like when we were young, I trusted him with my back. But he personally drove a blade into my abdomen.
So this is your beast bone? It doesn't look much stronger than mine. But why? Why were you the one taken by the sect?
He played with my beast bone with a wicked smile, looking at me as if I were worthless trash. His eyes were filled with venomous hatred.
Noah, why do you get to live better than me? We are both the same kind of outcasts. Yet I had to endure a lifetime of suffering in the beast tribe. You abandoned me.
The pain of having my beast bone removed made my face turn pale, sweat pouring down like rain. For mutant beastmen, losing a beast bone was no different from losing a heart. Looking at my brother, who I had always cherished, the double blow of psychological and physical pain struck my heart fiercely. My body trembled uncontrollably, wanting to say something. But it felt like something was tightly sealing my throat.
Why?
Why? Because everything I have now is because of you. You abandoned me to join the sect, leaving me to suffer alone in the beast tribe. Everything should have been mine. Mine.
Under the influence of the toxin, my consciousness gradually blurred. The pain in my heart overwhelmed me, barely able to utter a few words.
It's not like that.
I reached out, wanting to pat his head like when we were children. But the blood had long drained from my hollowed spine. I no longer had the strength to extend my hands. In my final moments, all I saw was his twisted, hateful face.
It doesn't matter anymore. I just want you gone. Then, let me use your beast bone and take your place.
Noah! What are you daydreaming about? Hurry up and save me!
I snapped back to reality and saw the tiger-lion beast baring its fangs and claws at Liam. He was dodging frantically. In my previous life, it was at this moment that I rushed forward in response to Liam's panicked cries. I was clawed in the face by the tiger-lion beast and had to live with a mask afterward. But now, upon closer inspection, with the combat experience Liam and I gained from growing up in the beast arena, he shouldn't be struggling against the tiger-lion beast. Just like now, his expression seemed panicked, but his steps and movements were very calculated, skillfully avoiding the beast's lethal strikes. So, my disfigurement in my past life was all orchestrated by Liam. I curled my lips, my gaze growing cold. He had harbored resentment towards me since then. There's no need for me to be merciful. After all, we beastmen are taught from a young age to repay every slight. I once thought he would be my last bit of warmth in this world. But he severed our bond with his own hands. I immediately leaped forward, pretending to be frantic, to shield him from the fatal blow. I saw a glint of cunning in Liam's eyes. I feigned instability, my body swaying to the side. He was reveling in the success of his plan, only to find me gone the next second. The tiger-lion beast's attack was heading straight for him. Unable to dodge, he had to take the hit head-on. At that moment, I reappeared, swiftly taking out a weapon and delivering a fatal blow to the tiger-lion beast from behind. The arena erupted in cheers for my victory. Liam fainted, his face bearing deep scars that should have been mine. He remained unconscious for 2 days, just in time for the day that changed our fate in our previous lives. Unexpectedly, when he woke up, he didn't care about the scars on his face. Instead, he was overjoyed, grabbing my hand and telling me he could finally get what he wanted.
Noah, thank you so much. Now, as long as I get there, I can change my fate, and everything will be mine.
He then hurried to the place where I was taken by the sect in our past lives. In my previous life, it was exactly today. I had just woken up from a coma. I heard that Liam had caused trouble. After the beast fight, he had collided with some well-dressed spectators. When I rushed over, he was being harshly whipped with a spiked chain by the arena manager. Even though we were long accustomed to such punishments, seeing Liam's tattered and bloody flesh still pained me deeply. I rushed forward to shield him.
Stop! He's had enough.
Back off. This is the price of his mistakes.
Perhaps our appearance moved one of the spectators. They said that one of us must go with them. Liam felt he had offended them.
Noah, look at me now! If I go, I won't survive their torment!
To protect Liam, I resolutely chose to go with them. I thought to myself that even if it cost me my life, I had to protect Liam. At that time, Liam was crying uncontrollably.
Noah, wait for me. If I get the chance, I'll come for you. I'll get you out of their hands.
But now, thinking back on those words, I find them laughable. If he cared even a little, knowing it might be a dead end, how could he have pushed me out so easily? But it's fine. Since he wants to swap fates with me so badly, I'll grant his wish. Let him fall into the abyss he thought was paradise. Everything proceeded as he had planned. But the path had already deviated. This time, he gritted his teeth and endured the manager's beating. I pretended to shield him, but each time the whip came down, I perfectly dodged it, letting the whip land squarely on him. Liam finally got his wish and left with the sect members. Before leaving, his eyes couldn't hide his excitement.
Thank goodness, Noah! Thank the heavens for giving me this chance to choose again. Don't worry, I'll truly replace you.
I pretended not to understand his words, thinking he meant to suffer in my place, and tearfully held him.
Hunter, don't go. I'll go instead. Don't be afraid.
But he couldn't help but shake me off with some disdain.
Given another chance, I wouldn't cherish it. Do you think I'm a fool? It's time for you to experience my life.
He couldn't suppress the joy on his face.
Noah, just think of it as caring for me. This time, let me be the one to reach the top.
Then he turned and left without a second thought. But behind his back, I wiped away my forced tears with a smile.
Great. I finally escaped those clutches too. Of course, from the moment he woke up, I knew he had also been reborn. And he wanted to swap fates with me. Since that's the case, I wish you all the best, my dear brother.
Not long after he left, the gray establishment of the beast fighting arena was discovered and shut down. The beast tribe, in particular, was furious and waged a war against the human tribe. As a mutated beast man, I didn't know which side to follow. To both the human and beast tribes, I was not of pure blood. Later, Gavin, the leader of the beast tribe, saw my pitiful experiences in the arena and took me in for recovery and training.
You have endured much. I will help you become stronger.
Liam's past life was the same. But in his past life, after being taken to the beast tribe, he didn't have an easy life. The beast tribe revered strength and bloodline. A half-human, half-beast with insufficient strength received no respect. Initially, Gavin felt sorry for his plight. But Liam, relying on Gavin's protection, thought he could live a carefree life and didn't focus on improving his strength. He wasted the training resources provided by Gavin. Eventually, Gavin stopped protecting him, and the beast tribe looked down on him. He was ridiculed daily by the beast tribe. So he blamed all his misfortunes on me, thinking I didn't rescue him sooner. He believed that although I had made a name for myself in the sect, I neglected him, leading to his humiliating life.
Hey, I never expected that the brother I always cherished would kill me with his own hands. All of this was caused by his own lack of effort. In my past life, whether in the arena or until the moment he killed me, I always protected him. Yet, this was the outcome. In this life, I will live for myself.
The days after arriving in the beast tribe were different from what I imagined. I was prepared to face a life of bloodshed. But I found the beast tribe to be exceptionally kind. Unlike the people in the sect, who were sweet-talking but hard-hearted, always ready to stab you in the back, the beast tribe people were tough-talking but soft-hearted. They said the harshest words but cared for me deeply. They called me a little rascal while giving me the best resources for training. Perhaps it was this personality that made Liam feel the beast tribe treated him poorly. Gavin looked at me intently, his tone stirring yet affectionate.
Oliver, you've been in the beast tribe for a while now. Is there anything you're still not used to?
I'm fine with everything. Gavin, I want to become stronger.
A hint of worry appeared in Gavin's eyes.
You have a half-human, half-beast body. The intensity of our tribe's cultivation methods is very high. You might not fully adapt. To cultivate now, you would have to endure the pain of reshaping your bones.
Don't worry, Gavin. I'm willing to accept the harshest training methods. I'll do anything to become stronger.
Seeing my determination, Gavin stopped trying to dissuade me, but I noticed a trace of relief in his eyes.
All right, good child, I will wholeheartedly assist you. Those days of suffering and torment, you've endured enough.
On the day of reshaping my beast bones, I soaked in a medicinal pool prepared with the beast tribe's essence blood. My face was pale, and beads of sweat dripped from my forehead like rain. It felt as if my soul was being torn apart, knives slowly separating my bones and flesh. Despite the pain, I didn't make a sound. This pain was nothing compared to my past life. As the spiritual energy gradually entered my body, the wounds began to heal, only to be followed by another round of torment. I endured for 49 days. When the last bit of pain faded, the light around my body also receded. I knew I had become a completely new being. The days in the beast tribe passed like flowing water. During this time, I received unprecedented care and warmth from the beast tribe. It was completely different from the life Liam described. These elders of the beast tribe seemed indifferent on the surface, but in reality, they had long considered me one of their own.
It seems that in my previous life, it was Liam's excessive behavior that caused the beast tribe to be so annoyed.
In my previous life, when I was in the Heavenly Spirit Sect, I was locked in a dungeon every day, eating spoiled food. Day and night, they drew my blood. All because I was a beast-human hybrid that the Heavenly Spirit Sect coveted.
There are many half-human, half-beast beings in this world. But beast-human hybrids like Liam and me are extremely rare. We grow our own beast bones, rather than being the result of human and beast interbreeding.
Although humans have the advantage of a keen mind, they have always envied the beast tribe's large and sturdy bodies. So the greedy Heavenly Spirit Sect secretly captured beast humans for research. But they never made any significant progress. Naturally, hybrids like Liam and me became their research subjects.
From the moment they arrived at the arena, everything was part of their plan. The reason they only took one of us temporarily was to avoid drawing too much attention to the Heavenly Spirit Sect's dark deeds.
Every day when I opened my eyes, I was tied to a torture rack. My limbs were bound with iron chains covered in barbs. Blood dripped from the barbs into their blood-collecting artifacts. And the leader of the Heavenly Spirit Sect would sit greedily across from me, his eyes gleaming with a sinister light.
In front of me, he would have his people drink my blood or make it into pills. To keep me from bleeding out, he ordered people to use various precious herbs to sustain my life.
Since removing my beast bones would be fatal, they could only have people carve out a piece of flesh from me every day, slowly chipping away at a small piece of beast bone for their research. No one cared about the treatment of an ordinary beast human in the Heavenly Spirit Sect. They claimed that the leader of the Heavenly Spirit Sect had taken me as a disciple, to show the world their great love and tolerance.
So Liam thought I had long enjoyed wealth and glory in the sect, and was unwilling to save him from his plight. But only I knew how desperately I fought to survive back then.
I could only rely on my beastly instincts, burning my life force to repair my beast bones, hoping to become strong enough to one day escape this hell. But no matter how hard I tried, it was futile.
So now I cherish the opportunity to cultivate freely. If the opportunity arises, I would join the beast tribe guards at the border, solidifying my foundation and gaining practical experience.
I encountered Liam again when I returned to the mortal world after a long absence. I was tasked by the beast tribe to deal with the remnants of the arena.
Noah. Noah. It's really you. Save me. Take me away.
A disheveled, foul-smelling person suddenly rushed up and grabbed my pant leg. Under my astonished gaze, he frantically brushed aside the hair from his forehead, revealing a gaunt, yellowed face.
Noah, it's me. Take me away.
I frowned slightly and quietly moved aside.
I don't want to engage with you.
Seeing my reluctance, Ethan's expression suddenly lit up.
Quick, take him away. I told you. My brother's mutated talent surpasses mine. He is more valuable for your research.
The man behind him, James, in charge of researching beastmen, approached with an aggressive gaze.
No, not again.
Instinctively, I took a step back, memories of past torment flooding my mind. Every time the sect members nearly drained my blood, he would pierce my flesh with those paralyzing needles.
It doesn't matter if we can't figure out how to beastify ourselves. We'll just make you a higher-level beast man and use you.
The spiritual power and mental energy rampaged through my body, and I had to constantly guide it, or I would become a crippled mass of blood and flesh.
Lowly, disgusting beast man. Neither human nor beast. How can you still think of resisting? Contributing to Adrian's sect, even in death, is your highest honor.
I no longer looked at him, the pain and exhaustion in my body overwhelming me. The only thought sustaining me was that I had to live. Living was my only hope. Liam was still waiting for me.
Don't think about escaping. Even if you don't have the ability, we know where your brother is.
His gaze was like a venomous snake, coiling around my heart, suffocating me. The torment he inflicted in my past life was still etched in my soul. Seeing him again made my heart tremble violently. Liam happily crawled towards his feet. A pair of dirty hands reached out to the supervisor, only to be kicked away harshly. Liam didn't mind.
I've helped you find so many beastmen these days. Now there's one even more valuable. I have no use to you anymore. Take him away and spare me.
The supervisor noticed my fear of him. A playful smile appeared on his lips.
Are you afraid of me?
He sensed the purer beast bloodline in me and my ability to cultivate both human and beast techniques. I didn't answer him. Anger flashed in my eyes. Liam and I had both crawled our way out of the fighting pits. No one understood the plight of the beastmen better than us.
Your bloodline is indeed purer, and your strength greater. I can see you fully transformed, yet you retain human thoughts.
He called to me like one would a dog.
Lowly beastman, come with me now. Be sensible, and I might spare you and your brother.
I laughed instead of getting angry. But the fury in my heart had reached its peak. No longer suppressing it, I leaped towards the supervisor with a deadly strike. The supervisor was shocked, not expecting me to dare resist. He dodged and immediately formed a light orb in his hand, enveloping me.
Foolish creature, do you think you can defeat me?
After dozens of moves, I was hit by the light orb, spitting out blood. I knew I couldn't defeat him now. I was still too weak. But the beast tribe behind me immediately rushed over. They surrounded me protectively.
If you want to harm our young, you have to go through us first.
The beast tribe might be simple-minded, but they were fiercely protective. Seeing me shielded by several beasts much larger than me, a warm feeling filled my heart.
How is this possible? How can they accept a hybrid like you?
But they had come out discreetly this time, without many people. Even though the supervisor was powerful, the beast tribe was no pushover. If a fight broke out, they wouldn't gain any advantage. They thought the beast tribe wouldn't stand up for a hybrid like me. They thought the beast tribe would look down on me too. But the beast tribe, though wary of outsiders, was inherently kind-hearted. Once they recognized someone as their own, they would protect them fiercely. Ethan's eyes were full of mockery.
Why?
My vision blurred from the toxin's influence, and the pain in my heart overwhelmed me.
Because everything I have now is because of you. You abandoned me to join the sect, leaving me to suffer alone in the beast tribe. Everything should have been mine. Mine.
Barely able to utter a few words, I tried to reach out to him.
It's not like that.
I wanted to pat his head like when we were children, but my strength was gone. In my final moments, all I saw was his twisted, hateful face.
It doesn't matter anymore. I just want you gone. Then, let me use your beast bone and take your place.
Ethan's eyes were full of mockery.
Why?
My voice trembled as I responded.
Because everything I have now is because of you. You abandoned me to join the sect, leaving me to suffer alone in the beast tribe. Everything should have been mine. Mine.
Under the influence of the toxin, my consciousness gradually blurred. The pain in my heart overwhelmed me. Barely able to utter a few words.
It's not like that.
I reached out, wanting to pat his head like when we were children. But the blood had long drained from my hollowed spine. I no longer had the strength to extend my hands. In my final moments, all I saw was his twisted, hateful face.
It doesn't matter anymore. I just want you gone. Then, let me use your beast bone and take your place. Do you beast tribe members really think this young brat can save you? You actually follow this kid's orders to shelter those lowly beast men everywhere. Now we can't find any of these resources. We had no choice but to come to your beast tribe to demand them.
The voice of Adrian, the leader of the Heavenly Spirit Sect, echoed. It turned out that recently, most of the beastmen had been taken away by the beast tribe. The Heavenly Spirit Sect could no longer find any beastmen resources. So they had to extend their reach into the beastmen's territory. Seeing Liam now holding a significant position in the Heavenly Spirit Sect, but still groveling before Adrian like a watchdog, I couldn't help but laugh.
What are you laughing at? Your days in the beast tribe aren't any better, are they? I'm the real winner.
Do you think everyone would choose to be like you?
Liam stared at me, not angry but laughing.
Haha, still stubborn even at death's door. You must hate me now, regretting that I took everything from you, right?
Liam suddenly flew into a rage, his form enlarging several times. The human facade shattered, revealing a beastly form pieced together. I said nothing more, sighing softly. I raised my hand gently. A massive claw formed in the air. Liam, who had been standing below, was instantly lifted by me. A terrifying pressure swept across 100 miles. Countless people were pressed to the ground, struggling to breathe. Liam spat out blood, his veins severed.
Get lost.
I barely moved my lips, tossing him back into the Heavenly Spirit Sect like trash. Adrian's eyes gleamed with a bloodthirsty light, squinting at me.
Kid, you do have talent. But your mistake was being so arrogant and touching my people.
The once standing palace began to crack. The sound of shattering echoed. Behind me, my beast form instantly materialized. Both sides refused to back down, the immense impact shaking the heavens and earth. Finally, the spirit beast behind me let out a roar. It charged forward fiercely. Adrian was pushed back several steps before barely stabilizing himself. He looked at me with shock.
How is this possible? How could you have progressed so much?
When I first encountered him, I was no match for him. But now, I had far surpassed him in strength. Then, he laughed maniacally.
Good, interesting. I didn't expect you to mutate to this extent. Perfect. I'll take you back and make you provide some value for me. If you willingly bring the beast men and follow me now, telling me how you be astified, I can spare your brother and the beast tribe.
Ha, you'd need the skills and means to do that.
I said coldly, and countless beastmen suddenly appeared behind me. Adrian's pupils dilated instantly.
How is this possible? How could these beast men return so quickly?
The beast tribe fought as a team. With so many beastmen, if they fought to the death, the Heavenly Spirit Sect would surely face a crushing defeat. The spirit beast behind me roared into the sky. The beastmen responded with continuous roars. They instantly entered combat mode, encircling the demon tribe completely.
What? Did you think that clumsy scheme would succeed?
Since the last encounter where they were scavenging for beastmen, I had been on guard. In my previous life, I had thoroughly studied their army's various combat techniques, modes, and numbers. Know your enemy and yourself, and you will never be defeated. Adrian's sect's most adept strategy was to feint in the east and attack in the west. They sent people to attack the beast tribe's borders, seemingly to disperse the beast tribe's forces. For this decisive battle, they thought the beast tribe was simple-minded and wouldn't foresee this. But now, it turned into a fatal blow for them. I commanded from the center of the beast tribe. Under the fierce attack, Adrian's sect was already struggling. Adrian, the sect leader, was fleeing in all directions. Suddenly, as if he remembered something important, he grabbed Liam and used him as a shield, like clutching at straws.
Stop. Your brother is in my hands. If you attack us, I'll take him down with me.
Liam didn't expect to be used as a shield. He cried out to me.
Noah, you're my brother! Save me! You have to take me away!
I looked down at the farce coldly.
Why do you think I would save my enemy?
Hearing this, Liam suddenly realized. Shaking his head, eyes wide, he said,
Impossible! You know everything! You came back, so that's it!
Watching the struggling sect members, I sneered, and the spirit beast behind me spewed a ball of fire.
Why struggle when you're already in the trap?
The flames fell hard on Adrian's hand. In pain, he released Liam. I swiftly pulled Liam away from Adrian.
You drank the blood of beast men, ate their flesh. Did you ever think you'd fall into my hands today?
With a swift hand chop, I cut a bloodline on my right palm. I let the blood flow from my palm, seeping into the ground. The blood flowed towards the beast tribe. Instantly, the beast tribe seemed invigorated. Their battle wounds began to heal. For the beast tribe, the blood of a superior was the best medicine and stimulant.
How is this possible?
Amid the exclamations of Adrian's sect members, the rejuvenated beast tribe pounced on them again. The spirit beast behind me tore Adrian apart with one bite. A gentle breeze blew. As if nothing had happened, peace was restored. In the dark, damp dungeon, Liam stared blankly at the single ray of sunlight streaming through the window. He lay on the wooden plank, dressed in thin clothes. He had lost the nourishment of the beast tribe's essence and had long become a grotesque creature, neither human nor beast. Except for his head, his limbs had turned into various animal appendages. His body was covered in withered yellow fur. Seeing the visitor enter, a trace of mockery appeared on Liam's weary face.
You're here, the victor.
Through the bars of the cell, the visitor finally had the chance to look at him seriously once more.
Don't look at me like that. Aren't you reborn too? Stop pretending. Isn't this all you ever wanted?
The visitor sighed and sat down on the ground, leaning against the bars.
I never wanted to win against you, at any time. This is all just your imagination.
No! You're lying.
Liam's cloudy eyes stared intently at the visitor.
You should hate me, and I hate you the most. You should have perished in the arena. Why did the spectators always prefer watching you over me? Why did they always reward you more than me? I've always fought harder than you. But even in this life, you still managed to live better than me.
The visitor looked at Liam coldly.
I've never lived better than you. What you feel in this life is what I experienced in the last. You're just making excuses for your own incompetence. You can't accept that you've always lived under my protection, but in reality, you've always been a pathetic parasite on others.
Liam's eyes turned red with fury. He lunged at the visitor, crashing into the bars, only to be violently thrown back.
It's not like that. I've never relied on you. What makes you think you were protecting me? Without you, I would have been the star of the arena. The life you have now should have been mine.
Liam kept crashing into the bars, making his broken body even more shattered.
You hate me, don't you? Then end it, end it.
The visitor flicked their sleeve and turned to leave.
I won't end your life, but you'll suffer here for the rest of your days.
As for what happens to him later, it no longer concerns the visitor. A few days later, the guards of the dungeon came to inform the visitor. Liam had ended his own life by crashing into the wall. Hearing this, the visitor finally felt a slight ripple in their heart. But for him, the visitor had long been at peace with themselves. This was all his own choice. For them, perhaps the real mistake was this world from the beginning. It was the spectators in the arena. It was those who humiliated them. But where in this world is there true justice? The visitor only sought to stay true to themselves and steadfastly pursue their own goals.